All right, we're back. Hello, I'm Alan Jacobson from Realityworks. We are at my home, just like the other vlogs that we've done. And hopefully you can see me okay. This is going to be the final installment of my vlog for the mini hydroponics unit. And what I wanted to talk to you today about was kind of wrapping things up, talking a little bit about, my experience, a few more of my failures, and some notes that I've come up with, and then some other things to think about if you're going to use these units or if you're going to teach hydroponics in your classroom. So, to get started, I did replace some of the plants with M gave me some of her reseeds, the new starters. She gave me some lettuce and some kale, and these have been growing fabulously. I had everything else was kind of growing up and going outside of the grow height area, allowable area. And so when I cut everything down, I kind of cut them off to the same height, and now I have some dill is shooting up again fast. And the basil, actually. In the previous vlog, I had talked about these plants in the back, and I thought that they were oregano. And I tasted one of the leaves, and it was, to me, it didn't taste like basil. Well, it's lemon basil, and I tasted a lower leaf, so I was getting a weird flavor. But I thought it was oregano. I was wrong. That tells you how much I know about herbs right there. But the basil did grow up, and we clipped the basil and we clipped the dill. And my wife and I made some. We're going to actually do pickled beets with the dill. And then we made some pesto out of the basil, and we used that on a pizza. It's lemon basil, so it was a little bit weird. I'm not used to that lemon flavored in pesto, so I don't know if I would recommend that. But obviously, if you're growing basil in these units, it's a great source of, you can grow basil up pretty quick. That being said, the one part of this that I had a little bit of a failure with was I didn't actually label what I had. So when we started the plants in the building at Realityworks, and I didn't label those. And when I brought them over here, I thought I had oregano in one spot. Well, it turned out to be basil. I should have little notes. So my suggestion would be to make sure you label your plants, know what you grow, know it, not only have it and grow it, but know what you're growing. So I would label things appropriately so you know what's in each grow place if it's not the whole tray of the same plant. The other thing that I've been doing is recording my EC and pH and knowing how much nutrients are in the water. At one point last weekend, we went away for the weekend, and I didn't check, or I looked at the water level, and there's kind of a scummy line on my tank. So I thought there was plenty of water in there. Well, when we got back after the weekend, I noticed that it was gurgling. Like I thought maybe the pump was going out. Well, it turned out the water had dropped down to the point where it started gurgling, and it looked like the water line was higher because of that scummy line on the tank. Well, it had gone below that. So I had to add nutrients and add water. So just a tip there, make sure that when you're looking in and looking at your tanks, the water level lines, you got to make sure you're actually seeing water and not the scum line. So keep up on your water, keep up on your nutrients, your levels, and you should do just fine. This has worked out greatly as far as home growing, and I'm assuming it would work great in any classroom too. The one tip I had, and what our marketing team did, is we got together and we came up with kind of an asset for students and teachers to use when they're using these hydroponics units. What it is it's actually a daily or a weekly. I'll show you here on my screen. It's we call it the daily or weekly hydroponics educational systems chart. And we call it the grow chart, but it's basically a record of, the plants that you're growing. You can record several different things day to day. You can record your nutrients, what you're putting in, and then also additional water and nutrients added, and then any notes per day. So this is just a sample of what my recordings were last week. So there's lots of other areas that you can add in if you want to record other things. If you want to grow, if you want to record like grow height or grow sizes, you can do that in these open areas. And these are all fillable, they're fillable on your computer. It's an active PDF form, so you can type things in. You can also print these off and give them to your students if you want to do it that way. So that's a nice asset. I'll link that in the bottom along with our latest blog that we posted last week. So you'll be able to, catch up on what's going on M's side as well as my side. We did a little launch of this form. As far as the competition goes, I would say that I probably didn't win it, but I don't think that I came in too far behind as far as growing and success with growing the herbs out of the mini at home versus M's. She was growing all the lettuces and kale out of the office plant lab unit. So she was harvesting. I think she harvested maybe a week before me. I didn't harvest until the plants were growing outside of the grow height, so I probably could have harvested earlier, but I guess we're never really going to know who won. But I think we both did succeed, and I think she's a little more diligent as far as keeping up on her nutrients and keeping up on everything. So I'm not surprised that her plants really did grow and thrive. I was a little more hands-off towards the end of this process. I didn't check the pH as regularly. I didn't obsess over it. And after we harvested, I did that water addition. I added in nutrients, and I've just kind of let it go, and things are growing back up nicely. So what I'm going to do is today I'm actually going to bring this unit into the office, and then at the end of all this, we're going to do a webinar, and we're all going to talk about the process and success stories basically. So look for that. I will link the blog in this vlog, so you'll be able to get to our website and see the blog, and then I'll do any other links that I'll link this PDF directly in there too for the grow chart. So hey, I really had a lot of fun with this. Make sure you check out our website. There's we have the 3 units. We have the plant producer, the plant lab, and then the plant mini hydroponics educational systems. So I think they'll fit in any classroom really nice. I think there's unlimited learning potential with these things, and make sure you check out the blog too, the latest blog. So until next time, thanks for watching, and see ya.